This week, the club and I we have agreed that these 2 games are going to be my last 2 games as Bayer Leverkusen coach. We have been talking during this week that it's always about the momentum, and now is the right moment to announce it, because we have always had this good communication, this direct communication with the club. And now that we have clarity, it's emotional. I have talked this morning with the players, with the staff, with so many people that has helped me during this unbelievable, fantastic 3 years. And now it's the moment to share it as well with on Sunday, especially with the fans in this stadium. I think that we can be happy, we can be proud of what we have achieved during this time. Different moments, but always with a good feeling that we were taking the club in the right direction.
Dan's back with the boys now, and Dan, I'm sure this has gone down very quietly in Spain.
Well, yes, indeed. It's kind of the worst kept secret, isn't it? Xabi Alonso taking over, of course, from Real Madrid, in theory, is the second part of this secret still to be announced. And it's good that we got Luis here, because you joined Liverpool with Xabi Alonso. You both came in under Rafa at the same time. What can you tell us about him and his character that maybe people don't know, given the job that he has ahead of him, if indeed he does take over at Real Madrid?
Well, I think the first thing is that I think he showed us to all of us how composed he is in every single situation. It doesn't matter if he's in the right moments or the wrong moments, or in the bad situation, the good situation. He managed to keep that consistency on confidence. I think he's done a great job. He did it when he got in Leverkusen, because he was told to maybe link. Was a lot of links to Real Madrid in the past, to Liverpool, and he has done the previous step the way that you have to do it. He got his experience. He went to Leverkusen. He grabbed the team when in a bad situation, bring it to the best situation, won a Bundesliga, and now he finally arrived to Real Madrid. He knows that he's gonna need a lot of changes. I think that they have to be on the table, but I think it is the right moment. I think the right opportunity for him to kind of change the direction of this Real Madrid and give it a soul, because I think that's what is missing.
So he's ready for it? You think he's... Because it's a huge challenge.
It's very different going to Leverkusen, isn't it, when they're flirting with relegation, to go to Real Madrid, considering what's gone on this season?
Well, Ancelotti is one of the most decorated coaches managing in the game, and yet at times he goes to a press conference off the back of a couple of bad results, and they talk to him as if he's never coached before. Yeah. How does Xabi Alonso cope with scenarios like that if they raise their head?
To be honest, I'm looking forward to see that. I expect him to manage well those kind of situations, because he's got, again, that composure. It's true that at Leverkusen, everything has looked good, because you arrive to a team, there is no expectation, you win the Bundesliga, and this year there were expectations were there. I think that he managed well to understand that it's Leverkusen, that if Bayern Munich wins the trophy, it's going to be okay. But how long are you going to wait for that to happen? Maybe if you don't jump right now in Real Madrid, you are not there anymore for the next 5 years. You don't know who's going to arrive, he's going to do well. So I think it's the right moment and the right opportunity. I'm expecting him to change things, to manage the way he has done it with all those steps. Give him time. We have to give him a little bit of time. But I expect Real Madrid to be a completely different team of what we've seen this year.
What's it going to be like going into that dressing room with so many big personalities? How is he going to handle that?
But he's been there. I think you've been there as a player. You know which one can give you. And to be honest, there is not that many. If you see what the Real Madrid dressing room looks like, it's not that many. There is a young talent that they are there. I think the players are going to be hungry. If this season they don't win in the league, there is no trophies. So next season is all about you have to win the trophy. So every player is gonna be hungry to get back into the trophy. So I'm expecting him to manage well that, because again, I know how he addresses the players. I know the feeling. I've seen the players reacting to the way that he managed the team, and I'm expecting him to do well.
It's a big ask, isn't it?
It is.
It's a big ask, but as Luis says, you say, nah, I'm not quite ready, I'm going to turn it down. It might never come around again. Just might never come around again, and then you sit back regretting. You don't want the regrets. You go in there, give it your best, see what you can do. Hopefully the players respond to you. Hopefully they listen. Hopefully their performances are better, and see where it takes you. But it's huge. And I don't know if it's better to come in off the back of a successful side, or come in off the back of a side that potentially hasn't won anything, and the manager's on the way out, and it needs a fresh voice. It needs something different. So I'm not quite sure what side I'm on in terms of what the best time is to come in, but the job's probably going to be there, and he's set himself up for the work that he's done at Leverkusen. And as I say, I think sometimes a dressing room just needs to hear a different voice and a fresh voice, and I think that is Xabi Alonso.
Did you always think he was going to be a manager? Was he one of those players you thought, that makes sense?
He was already managing when he was a player. He was asking, demanding the players where to go, how we have to play. I remember one of the Legends games that he came to play with Liverpool, and he was doing, it's a triangle, we have to press the other side. We were looking at him like, say, no, there's no more triangle. This is a Legends game. So but he's got that mentality.
Right, he can't switch it off.
No. He has that mentality, and he's got passion about football, and he dreams about football and talks about football, because I think that he knew from the very beginning when he retired that he was going, and he did that. So stop there. There was no TV, there was no ambassadorial thing that we always try. No, he went to coach. He started coaching under 15. He passed to second teams, and then he managed to in Leverkusen. So I think he has done the right path to have this opportunity, and let's see how it goes. But I think that his personality is linking very well with Real Madrid.
Well, he's not coming out for a beer. He's not coming out for a beer with us, then, is he?
Well, lucky him.
Well, no, because if he can't put the ball away for half an hour, stop talking about football.
So, would you describe him as your football friend?
Yes, I got.
So, what's going to happen now when your football friend is taking on Barcelona?
I wish him all the best, but I hope the Barcelona win.
Yeah, standard. And meanwhile, have you seen the big news that's broken over the last few hours?
No, which ones?
There's a massive shortage of salt in Barcelona after Craig decided to put
it was the chef.
half of it in the paella today. We went to a very special place, actually. It was the place in which Messi signed that famous napkin with his dad when he was 13 to commit his future to Barcelona. Have you been there? It's great.
I haven't been, but I remember.
It's a beautiful spot up near Montjuic, and it was great. They looked after us so well, and they taught Craig how to cook. I have never seen Craig so committed to something. Like, people were telling him what to do, and he was doing
There's also a little tennis club there.
Yes.
Where we learned that our producer isn't actually as good at tennis as he told us, because he saw two players that were very good. But trust me on this. I had that paella.
Yeah.
Whatever you get, I had it seasoned perfectly, and the chef who was helping me came up, and a typical chef couldn't leave it alone.
Right.
And threw some more salt on it at the end.
Yeah.
And what was it?
I thought it was okay, but Gemma Soler and Dan Thomas complained that it was oversalted.
It wasn't great. It wasn't the best.
It was not me.
He's really got angry about that.
The chef almost got a slap.
But no, it was great, and thank you very much to everyone who did that. You could cook one again now, couldn't you?
Cook a paella?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
No one is after that. Trust me. Tomorrow, of course, we're heading over to the stadium.
I'll cook one for Stevie. He'll eat it. He'll eat a paella.
Steve would want ground beef in it.
Put me minced beef and mashed potato in it.
Come on, Eleanor.
Tomato ketchup.
And actually take
that. Is not fish and chip paella.
Get rid of the rice.
Not a fish and chip paella. That is not.
No, so there's no ground beef paella.
No ground beef. Ground beef, mashed potato, ketchup, you name it. Carrots.
But Stevie, I promise you, he was really focused. He really wanted to do a good job, and he failed miserably.
Oh, no. Have you ever tried paella? Would you try Craig's? Just for Craig, to show support to your friends.
I'd maybe give it a go. I mean, they're all here. Nobody had to stay in the hotel in bed being sick. Yeah. So I'd give it a try.
I wondered where he was going with that.